Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you the two decks that I used to climb to Infinite this month. Neither of them include Lockjaw, Thanos, or Shuri. So I used an unconventional Modok deck to climb from 30 to 95, although I did experiment with different archetypes along the way, but none of them really worked for me. From 95 to Infinite, I switched to a Zabu Dracula deck because cards like Aero and Cosmo were pretty much countering me most games. I think it's possible to take the Modok deck to Infinite, but because it relies so heavily on the big turn 6 swing, which many experienced players can see coming, and then use an Aero or a Cosmo to counter it at the last minute, and it's very hard to know if they're going to do that, and often you'll bank a lot of cubes in knowing you've got your combo off and then lose a lot of cubes. So it's such a big swing in the deck that it can be sometimes a bit risky. It is a fun deck. It's got a good win rate, but it is a bit of a risky deck to play. So let me now go on to show you my deck stats, and so you guys can see how many games I played with them. So as you can see here on the screen, I'll start with the Modok deck. So I actually ended up calling the deck Modok Good Cards because the strategy I ended up going for with this deck is, instead of all-inning on the combo, you actually have other cards that you can play that are just good on their own, so that you can potentially get a good mid-range play going if you don't get your combo. So I'll explain a little bit of that in a minute, and card choices I'll explain in a minute. But just to start off, as you can see, this season I played 914 games with this deck. Its average cube rate was 0.52 at the end, though it was up at about 0.8, 0.9 at one point. I lost a lot of games in the 95 zone, so I climbed back up to 95, so it dropped my average cubes quite a bit, and that's when I switched to the Zabu deck. So as you can see, it's been doing pretty well. I have changed the deck many times, so there's been many different iterations of this deck. Although the core concept stays the same, I've changed it around quite a few times, and I will explain which cards I have swapped in and out. Then the Zabu Dracula deck that I've been using. It's a pretty standard one, nothing too fancy about it, and hopefully these cards aren't too hard to find for most people. This deck did pretty well for me. Only 112 games from 95 to Infinite at an average of 0.7 cubes a game. So that was a pretty solid win rate with that deck. I found that this deck, the reason I started playing it is I found that with people using a lot of armor, with people using a lot of Cosmo, these cards don't counter Zabu decks, and you still get your full power out. It's a very consistent, large amount of strength that you can get on the board. So, and it also has control tools like Shang-Chi and Enchantress to help you control the board as well. So I feel like this deck was easier to pilot from 95 to Infinite. I think this Modok deck could definitely do it with some perseverance, but it was frustrating and tough playing against better players with this. So now what I'm going to go on to is talk about which cards I used in the deck and why. So let's go to that. As you can see on the screen in front of you, I've got the deck up, which are Modok Good Cards. So firstly, Sunspot. That card I only added into the deck a lot later in my climb, around the 70s, 80s mark. And the reason I added Sunspot in is related to the good cards premise, is that Sunspot is just a good card. If you can get him early, you can leave him on the board, he can generate a lot of power for you. He can also confuse your opponent into what you're playing, because often Discard doesn't play Sunspot, so it gives him a false sense of what you're going to be playing next. Sometimes I'll play a Cosmo down, not knowing you're going to be playing discard cards later, so it can really help to confuse your opponent. You could probably use a different card here. I've had Blade in replacement of him. I tried Adam Warlock in it sometimes instead of Gambit, to try and get the card draw, but that didn't work. I tried a few things here, but I ended up feeling like Sunspot was the best option. Another very interesting play that you can do is if you get Sunspot down and you get him, just leave him for 5 turns, he can accrue, I think it's like 15 points or so. Then you can just play an Infinite on turn 6, and no one really expects that. So you can kind of win. I've won a game a few times just by holding Sunspot till turn 5 and then playing Infinite. So not holding him, letting him gain power, right? Then Morbius, obvious choice with the Modok deck, because sometimes you get Morbius down, you don't get the combo out, but you have Modok, you have a few other cards on the board, you play Modok, you get a huge amount of Morbius, and then you can still play an America's Chavez on turn 6. So it's still not a bad, it's still quite a high power play, even though it's not what you want exactly out of the combo. It's still doable. Then Invisible Woman, obviously she's using to protect your combo, you want to play Invisible Woman, and Hela, Modok and then Hela, and then you get your full combo off, and whatever's in your hand will be discarded and played back onto the board. It's really great for unplayable locations, locations that have restrictions, all that kind of stuff. The only problem is people see it coming. So sometimes if you do pick up Invisible Woman, Modok, Spider Woman, I just needed to add here, I said Invisible Woman, Modok, Spider Woman. In fact, I was supposed to say Invisible Woman, Modok, Hela. Okay, back to the video. I would hold the Invisible Woman until turn 4 so you can know where you can play her safely and not get your combo disrupted. Even then, you can still get disrupted with an arrow. Gambit was a card that I ended up swapping in and out. I think in the last iteration of this deck, I actually just put Maximus in here to just have more value, because Gambit is a swingy card. He can be really good, he can be really bad. His main function is to just help you discard a card. His destroying effect is so-so. Maybe it gets a good thing, maybe it doesn't. I have had some really lucky games where he just destroys a key piece and wins me the game that way. But it is a very swingy card. His main, like I said, his main purpose is to discard cards. Sometimes you don't get Modok, and you get Invisible Woman, you get Gambit and Hellcow. Even if you just get Invisible Woman and Hellcow, you can sometimes still get a good turn 6 Hela off. So between Modok, Gambit, Hellcow, Invisible Woman, these are the cards you need to pull off your combo, and then obviously Hela. Black Cat, she just discards herself, so if you do manage to get a nice combo going, you get an extra 7 in there. If you pick up Black Cat and you don't have anything to play and you're not going to pull off your combo, you can actually just play her as a 3 for 7, which is better than Maximus, right? Because it doesn't have the downside of giving your opponent cards. So Black Cat on turn 3 can be a viable play as well if you don't have other combo cards to play. Hellcow, like I said, he's part of your discard package, same as Modok. Spider Woman is just a good card. It's great if you it's amazing if you discard her and bring her back. If you aren't getting your combo pieces, you've got in your hand Spider Woman, Magneto. You put down a Sunspot. You can actually just play the game in a more mid-range way. You can play Black Cat as a 3 for 7. You can play Spider Woman and then Magneto, and you can get quite a. It's not great, but some decks you can actually win like that. You know, by having a few just large cards on the board. So Infinite obviously mostly just for discarding to bring back, but if you do, you know, like I said, you can sometimes pull off that just leaving Sunspots to build up for the whole game and then play Infinite. The only problem with that is if Sunspot isn't protected, which he often isn't because you don't have the armor, then he can easily get killed off the board. But it's an unexpected play, so sometimes people don't see it coming. Okay, so that's the Modok deck, which took me, like I said, different iterations, but more or less the combo pieces stay the same. The version that I'm showing you now, I think, is probably the best one. Again, I think Gambit is the card that is most able to be swapped out. Oh, I didn't talk about America's Chavez. So America's Chavez, I used to use Death in place of her and Lady Sif. The problem is I found that what's most important with this deck is that you get the combo, not that you discard the cards, because you discard the cards and you don't get the combo, then you're actually wasting, you don't get any much, especially with Lady Sif, because she's only a power 4. You don't get that much out of it just by playing her and discarding a card and then not getting to bring it back. So America's Chavez, I felt like is really good in the deck because it cuts your deck down from being a 12 card deck to an 11 card deck for 5 turns of the game, meaning you're more likely to draw that combo. As I said, I tried Adam Warlock to draw cards, but because you don't have, it's very 50-50 on whether you get him to draw cards for you or not. Sometimes it works amazingly, sometimes it's just a waste of a card, and then late game you pick him up and he's just a waste. You can't do anything with him. So yeah, so this revolving slot, the Gambit slot, was the one where I put in Maximus and Adam Warlock. I tried removing Black Cat and also swapping her out, but I didn't quite feel it was working, so I put her back in. And yeah, I would say, this deck, without a doubt, can take you to infinite. It took me from rank 30 to rank 95. I got, like I said, I got a little bit impatient with the cards that I was facing. Every meta is different. Maybe you'll be seeing something very different and it won't affect you. But my meta was very anti-reveal, and this deck relies so much on reveal that once anti-reveal is on the table, you're screwed. Okay, so that's my Modok Good Cards deck. From 95 to Infinite, I swapped over to using this Zabu deck. From 95, I was facing a lot of Cosmo cards, and I was facing a lot of Arrows, and both of which completely disrupt your strategy. And not having any control of your own in a Modok deck, it makes climbing very difficult. So I swapped over to this Zabu Dracula deck, which is a pretty standard version of it. Still using Sunspot, using Zero, which is very standard, Zabu obviously, and Armor to protect your big cards, Dracula, which is the cornerstone of the deck, Shang-Chi, which gives you a bit of control on the board, Enchantress as well, which can either remove ongoing effects from your opponent, or it can also be used to remove ongoing effects from your own, Typhoid Mary and Red Skull. Atuma, you don't have to play Atuma. I find him fun. He works nice with Armor. He can be disabled if you really want him to be. Sometimes you could just play him into an open lane and not play anything with him. He's quite flexible, actually. I know that he can be a meme of a card, and a lot of people make fun of him, but I think he's quite good. Then looking at Typhoid Mary, Red Skull, those are just very standard classic cards for Zabu Dracula, Magneto, and obviously Infinite as well. So this deck isn't anything too special, but I think what's the unique thing about both these decks is neither of them are containing the Shuri, Lockjaw, Thanos combos, which are super prevalent on the ladder right now. The other deck that I found I faced a lot of the time was Galactus, and the only way to counter Galactus is to see Galactus coming before it's coming. Usually they play things like Wolverine, they'll play things like Green Goblins to start mucking up your lanes. So those are my decks that I use to climb to Infinite. I'm hoping that it gives people some ideas of what they can use to climb that isn't Shuri, Thanos, Lockjaw, and to just show others that it is possible to do it without having all those meta cards. I know I do have some good cards myself that other people might not have. Some people don't have Dracula, some people don't have Red Skull. That's why I ended up making my Modok Good Cards deck, because it was made up of just season pass, which you can get a lot of cards that are easily available, and then just good cards. So you can take that philosophy of the Modok Good Cards deck and apply it to your own cards. Just find good cards that you have, solid, strong cards, and play them around the discard combo package. So yeah, I hope that is interesting and useful to some people. My Twitch link is in the channel description, so if you want to check me out, I'm Cumulo Timbus on Twitch. I play a variety of games. I also play music on my Twitch, so you can check some of my content there. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this deck explanation, and now I'll show you guys a bit of footage of the Modok discard deck at 87. He's brave, he doesn't know what this is yet. We both wish we'd have waited for that, didn't we? I can screw with my Gambit. Maybe I shouldn't even play it. Gambit is really going to be a waste, isn't it? Maybe I don't even go because maybe I just start as well, and then it's strange to hide that, but this is actually going to be the winner. Then Magneto last play. Definitely win this lane, and I get a 6 plus a free hit. That's an absolutely useless card. So, without a doubt in this lane, I'm picking up 15 points. So we're up to 22 and he's only minus 3, so he's on 12. I guess he's definitely not going to put another card in there. Who knows? Oh, but I can move. Oh, nothing. Okay, maybe he puts a card in there that's weak, and I move it with Magneto. Let's go. Oh, so nice. That's why you call this mod of good cards. When you don't play the mod, you just play Spider-Woman, Magneto, and a Black Cat's basically a free Maximus. Without the drawing to... Okay. I'm taking the risk. Because if I can get it in there, it's buffing the whole game. No, man. I'm gonna be pissed if I don't get Hela now. Wow, Medusa. I've got 3 left in my deck. If I don't pick up Hela, I think I should probably... Okay. I might still win this, I think. Unless he's going to play an Enchantress or something. So he's going to play an Arrow then. I'm guessing Aero or Cosmo. I'm not snapping, but I'm going to try win. Please, I can't have 2 Danger Room explosions in one game. If I had Hela, I would have won easily. Juggernaut. It's not as good as Aero, I guess. It's similar. Come on, give me a good combo. Another 8. Let me go back to 87, please. Nice. That's that doesn't actually screw me over. I'm still gonna win this lane. Enough. Maybe if I play this here, and I definitely get 3 to each lane. Yeah, that's better. Boosters would be so generous. I don't think I can afford to wait. Favorable location. No, it's fine. Oh, that's amazing. Only if I pick up a card though. So much better. Gambit's one looks pretty cool as well, the red arcing. I have another one that's green flare, but it's yucky. Wondering if I should try split them again. Probably. I've gotten 2 different colored flares for him. The flares are a bit boring. Okay. Please pick up Heather. Morb. Is he gonna play? If he plays a Luke Cage. So I think that's right. Go ahead and run, boy. is good for me if I can pick up my combo. Not so great if I have to play mid-range. I don't know what music to play next. Something that's not going to get my stream copyright strike. I'll take two. More than a moment actually. I think I need to take a headache pill after this. I just gotta high roll this one. 5 cards, so it's a 20% chance and then a 25% chance to drop her, which in the real world should mean it's very unlikely, but well, not very unlikely. Quinjet, Dark Orc. This is my fucking luck. What is he gonna play? Is he gonna play a Mystique? I could have played this, then that, which would have given me 11 plus 8, which is 19. This is going to give me 25. Why is he taking so long? This is going to give me a 6 next turn. Okay, so I can't win that even with my 20. That's really not fair. In a way, it'd be 26 to be even Stevens. And it all depends on if he gets 8 in here, which, I mean, it's likely, isn't it? Wait, what else is... Oh, he snapped 7. Just need to take a... Cool, not bad. Does anyone know what's good music, what's viable music to play on stream? Because I'm playing local bands that I know don't have publishers that are gonna fuck with shit. Jeez. Shitty headache all of a sudden. Doesn't matter if I have a rock, but I don't want to give away my strategy too early. Now there's no real option, so it has to be here. Actually, getting my rocks off. Amazing. Okay, so he's knowing what I'm doing here. He's not going to Cosmo, is he? Please just don't have a Cosmo and I'll be happy. Okay, getting back to the place where we want to be. But I'm changing my mind. I'm going to level up my green flare. So this guy was Infinity last season. That seems fair. Putting Infinite behind Invisible Woman is also such a lull. Why is this guy snapped? What do you know about my hacker, bro? That's good. So he can't be playing Galactus because he's full with him, so and yeah, I'm snapping. No point in discarding the Black Cat if I can just play 3%, otherwise I'm going to get down for 3. Now I wait a turn, play this behind here, and then I play Spider-Woman last turn on this level. Hitting a guaranteed 4 here. I haven't discarded anything, have I? Nope. Oh my god. This is gonna be so good. This is gonna be so good when he realizes that I'm not playing fucking... He doesn't realize. Oh. Scared. Clearly a little bit scared. Just trying to think what would be viable to play. Oh yeah. Listen to the Jut album. What did I discard? That's good. Start this game so that the overlay resets, not that it shows it. Can't get the overlay work while I'm in game for some reason. Topper, welcome back. I wish you'd gone all in there. Would have gotten the 8 cubes. That's nice. Random luck there. I think I'll add one more turn. I know what the last lane is. Oh, I'm glad I didn't play Invisible Woman there. Oh fuck, why did I do that? It was so stupid. It could still work. No, I'd rather play here. I can still do this if I toss 2 6s, get a 3 5, and then play hello. But it's probably mainly as my luck. No? Yes! That is the perfect. Oh fuck, he has Luke Cage, so that does nothing but... I should have hidden it so I didn't get the minuses. Like, I'm not thinking if I'd hidden this behind there, then it's only going to minus... He's going to get more minuses than me. I've got 4 cards up, he's going to have 5 cards up. Oh no. Again, he's got Luke Cage. Fuck, I'm forgetting. Doesn't look like he's doing particularly well. Oh yeah, I can't play Hella there. So it has to be here, but I think I've got a chance to win still. So lucky. Liking this so far. Did we both discard a black cat? I didn't look. Army of Morbiuses. Got Hella, but Hella's not gonna help. Hella in a handbasket. Hella in a handbasket. Sorry, my brain. I think the best is try this. Did I have a discard card? No, I discarded a Spider-Woman and a... Discarded a Spider-Woman... and a Black Cat? Oh, I should have... No. So what's the biggest play here? Modok will give me 6-12. Yeah, Modok is the play, easily. Nice. I'm sure it's good nice. Boy. I've been having unlucky matchups and unlucky hands though. I guess an early Modok could be cool. Any of these are fine with me. That's fine, yeah. Unless he gets an infinite. Iron. If I can kill it, that's good. Otherwise, it's not great. This is discard Hellpower, that would be my preference. Or Spider-Woman, and then I get a... Okay, maybe it's not over for me. Okay, 5-6. I can't remember what I got. didn't want to happen, but I think I can still win with this. I should have held that card. After turn 5 for the card in this present, should I hold more cards? No, I think I should hold more. If he has Jane Foster's Thor, then is it Jane Foster? I don't know, I'm not really so clued up on all that shit. Okay. Just don't put down Hela and we are in business. No, I said that, I bet she's gonna put down Hela. Oh my gosh, kill 4. Yes! Oh my god. This time my luck paid off. Is he gonna go through with it just to give me the cubes? Snap? No way he can play with Rickety Bridge because he has to put all these things down, and he's already played his Reality Stone. Play Morbius. No, I'm gonna wait. Do I put the Sunspot in and then get... So I put Sunspot in, I'm gonna get 3, and then I get 6, so Sunspot's gonna be 10, so Sunspot will be 10, and then I'll play this into the lane to Oh, I could have played the Infinite as well. play into there. He wouldn't play into there because he loses leech. He's hoping I play into there. So I play an Infinite in here. Right? Could be good for me because now if he plays a Venom in here or whatever he plays in here, actually gets swapped out. That's actually really good for me. Do I play the Black Cat in here? Do I let it get discarded? Do I play the Black Cat in here? Most of the cards that I can think will come out of discard cards or Hela, which Hela comes out, that wouldn't be good. I can't swap her back out. So I actually think I just... No, you know what? I'll take 4, 5, 6 in the discard. Spider-Woman into there could be really good. So I'm picking up almost all the cards that I need. Okay, so Spider-Woman into here would give me -3. Down to 11, and then oh yeah, he's gonna play Killmonger, isn't he? Or I can wait, get 5, so it goes up to 13. Just play 20 next turn. No, that's not gonna work either. High roll to shit. Let's go. Give me Hela. Oh. So what's he gonna do? Is he gonna move anything? Let's just do this. Oh. I really should have known that. Okay, that was stupid. He's in focus, yeah. Okay, still 87. Let's just get a nice easy win. Okay. Putting 12 into here. Oh my god, I've got so many rocks in my deck. If I get hello, it's still okay. Okay, well, I win this lane automatically, there's no reason to buff it. Good luck, my brother. Snapping them from speed? Or is that a... What? Why has it not been destroyed? Oh, he played hood. Okay, sorry, my brain. Okay, well I'm gonna win this lane, even though it's gonna get a ton of mana. I think I can still win this. Wait, does he play Galactus? He is, he's playing Galactus. That's why I did that, so he's playing Galactus already. So... he's playing Galactus without a doubt, so I'm putting a spot up here. Here comes the Galactus, right? Yeah. Now... he has a null. Very likely he's going to this card to this hand. The null will be shot quite a bit. He's looking first. Why are we snapping? That's what I want to know. Taking the risk. The best black at about 10, 12, 14, 15, 18, 20, 21. Oh, we got snapped. Oh, fuck, please don't destroy it. No! That doesn't matter. Oof. One cube. I'm gonna get my 500 gold. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it. You never hear the gas coming out of this thing, so it's hard to tell whether it's working or not. I'm gonna wait on the turn. I'm gonna put bishop into here, that would be interesting. And turn 4, swap position of all locations. Oh. Yeah, so I need to fill up this one. I thought he would have played the bishop into there. Oh, I should have waited one more turn. If I pick up a mod off mine, it'll take this off. Yes! That's my 90. Can't believe it. 95, we made it. I just wanted to show you here at the end my rank. I didn't get the footage from 95 to 100. I was playing at weird times and yeah, I just wasn't able to record. But here is the visual proof of the infinite rank. So yeah, I just thought I'd add here this at the end of the video.